like yesterday. And I have been very proud of the work that our faculty and staff have put in to make this school an A school. We are very proud of their hard work. Tonight, you get to meet all of our leaders of our school, our leadership team, our guidance team, and they are ready to answer all of your questions that you have about the course selection, registration, all of our programs, the requirement, the application process, and so on and so forth. So please ask your questions and put them in the chat. We do have people that are going to be answering the chat and give you all the information that you need for tonight. So without further ado, we are very glad that you are here and welcome. Go Gators.
Thank you, Mrs. Darbar. I'd like to next introduce part of our proud administrative team. My name is Mark Hoffman. I am the 10th grade administrator. Next up, we have Mr. Terjanonkel. He's the 12th grade administrator.
You're on mute, Mr. T.
Thank you, Ms. Darbar. Thank you, parents and students, for taking your time out this evening to join us. We have so many wonderful programs here at Everglades High School that we are so excited for you to get to know. We have so many different things, from Cambridge to engineering to vector robotics to our brand new law program that we're going to be introducing next year to our freshmen. We want to make sure that you have all the information that you need. If you need anything in the process, I'm over the master schedule and the scheduling aspect. Our counselors are here tonight to answer any questions that you may have in the chat. Thank you for spending this evening with us, and thank you, Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you, sir. Next up, we have my younger brother. He's the 11th grade administrator, Mr. Shadrack Henry. We are proud to introduce next. He's actually a candidate for this year's Assistant Principal of the Year, our 9th grade administrator, Mr. Anthony Smith.
Good evening and welcome. As my 4 colleagues prior to me spoke, yeah, this is going to be an exciting night. And we welcome you to Everglades. We have, you know of some of our innovative programs, and you're going to be introduced to some more. April 19th, I'm sorry. 15th is tax day. 19th will be 15 years to the day that I've been at Everglades High School. And Mr. Henry mentioned he's looking forward to some of your little ones. Well, I've been there so long where I've had some of the siblings of graduates, and this year I have quite a few of some, and the parents have called on, hey, I need you to look out for my kids. So I'm here for you in any capacity to help you with these programs or your students in general. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Just like any normal high school, we are very busy here. We do have another administrator. She's actually at the baseball game right now. I don't believe she's on, but Mrs. Thompson is also one of our administrators. She's over foreign language and activities, which we'll go into later on this evening. And again, I do want to stress how excited we are to have you see parts of our amazing programs we have here. We have developed an individualized plan for a successful college or career choice for your child once they graduate, and we're thrilled to share this with you. I do want to introduce a very important part of our team next. It's our school counseling department, led by Mrs. Finn. She's our school counseling director. Mrs. Finn, you want to introduce your team, please?
Hi, my name is Mrs. Gina Alvarez Finn, and I'm the proud school counseling director at Everglades High School. Our School Counselors Embrace Advisor deliver a comprehensive school counseling program where we focus on student achievement, social emotional learning, and career education. We have 5 school counselors, 1 for each grade level, and a Cambridge counselor who serves grades 9 through 12. In addition, our BRACE advisor works with all students and will focus on post-secondary plans and scholarships. We are all available by appointment, and we are all very eager to get to know you and your family in order to help all of our students fulfill their potentials. And without further ado, my department will introduce themselves, starting with the 9th grade school counselor.
Hello, and good evening, and welcome, Gators. It's so great to have you all here tonight. My name is Allison Denbo, and I am the proud 9th grade counselor for this school year. So welcome, and we look forward to meeting you and helping you. We work closely as a team, and welcome, Gators. I've been at Everglades for 6 years, and I am so excited to be a part of this wonderful school. And the next counselor for 10th grade is?
Hello, everyone. My name is Ms. Powell. I am the 10th grade counselor. I'm so excited to be working with all of you and looking forward to continuing to work with you in any capacity that you need. Our next counselor is our 11th grade counselor.
Good evening, parents and students, families. Welcome. I'm the 11th grade counselor. My name is Ms. Gooden. I welcome you to this evening. Hopefully you'll hear a lot of information that you want to learn more about. We are definitely here to lend a helping hand. So with that, I'll turn it over to our 12th grade counselor.
Good evening, parents and students. My name is Mrs. Lysat Maricos. I am the 12th grade counselor. I have been a proud Gator since Everglades started in 2003, the year in which many of my seniors currently were born. So I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to help you in any capacity possible, and go Gators. I'd like to introduce our Cambridge counselor, Mrs. Ann Thomas.
Hello, good evening, Gators. I look forward to working with you if you decide to enter the Cambridge program. I know many of you have had questions and sent emails. We are covering basically all of the curriculum tonight, but there will be a follow-up informative meeting if you are interested in the Cambridge program. We do have one recorded from last week, as well as I'll be on hand next week at 8 a.m. on the 25th to go over the Cambridge curriculum again. Good evening. And our BRACE advisor, Mr. Len Franco.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Len Franco, the school BRACE advisor. BRACE stands for Broward Advisor for Continuing Education. And pretty much I work with all the school counselors to provide students with information, scholarships, financial aid, and the college application process between 9th and 12th grade. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, school counseling department. As you guys come through the high school, parents, it's important to be involved, stay involved. Students, you want to know your counselors. They're the ones that are going to guide you, assist you with the classes you need to be put in towards your career or college of your choice. Mr. Len Franco is an amazing individual. He can help you with, like he said, scholarships, opportunities, ways to help for you to afford college. College is getting very expensive. Each year, millions of dollars goes unclaimed. So take advantage of these adults on our campus, make a relationship with them, and build that through the next 4 years. So again, welcome to this evening. I can't get the move, Mr. T. There it goes. So most of us on this call have incoming freshmen. This could be the first time that you have a child heading into high school, or it could also be third, fourth, multiple times. All right. There are 2 huge myths about high school. A lot of us think that 9th grade doesn't matter. You know, we have a couple more years to catch up. We can make things right. That's not true at all. And your parents, don't tell them to stop caring about you. Don't tell them to stop being involved. When parents are involved, it really helps you take your education and your skills to the next level. So these 2 myths are far from the truth. Parents, your kids could be like, hey, I don't want to, I'm older now, leave me alone. No. Stay involved. The research shows when you have parents that are involved, how much more successful you have the opportunity to be. Parent involvement is not just important in ninth grade, but throughout your high school career. But ninth grade is important because we're building that first initial GPA. When you're going K through 8, you're on a progression. All right, high school's a little bit different. We're beginning to build with credits, okay? So we like to discuss this as kind of having buckets to fill. As you can see on the screen, these are all the buckets we need filled up before you are able to earn that diploma. You do need 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 of science, 3 of social studies, 1 of PE with hope there, fine arts, 8 electives, an online class, and service learning. There are some assessments you must take, as you can see there in the math and science apprentices, and in your 10th grade year for English. Those are state assessments you must master before you're able to graduate. The GPA minimum is a 2.0. So if you're planning to go to University of Florida or University of Harvard and you have a 2.0, you're not going in there. All right, that's the minimum criteria. You want to shoot for the stars. Now there are what we call the big 4. 4 things we got to focus on to graduate from high school. You need 24 credits, a 2.0 unweighted GPA. That means your GPA without any honors courses on there, right? There's no weights. You're not adding extra girth to your GPA. $40 hours of service learning. Now this can be done online now because currently of the tough times we're going through. So handsonbroward.org, I believe, is where you would find this. This information is also on our website. We do have test scores that you need to master for the FSA and the EOC state assessments. So for the class of 2025, right, again, here's a little snapshot, the same thing we kind of discussed. Here are your buckets you want to have filled up. There are a few little quirks with the Cambridge kids that there's some things you don't have to take, but that was discussed prior. If you have a question, you can reach out to Mrs. Thomas about that. Now, college has gotten very competitive to get in. So if you're just going to be that student who has a great 4.9 GPA, you're got a 2100 on your SAT, you think you're great to go. However, there's probably about 10,000 students as well with the same GPA and same test score as you do. You want to make yourself a little bit different, right? You want to show how you're well-rounded, how you could bring a well-rounded individual and bring a personality to that school that you're applying to. So please make sure you're looking at our extracurricular activities, our athletic teams, right? This will help you get around individuals that are driven as well. Most people who are dedicated to a sport or to a club or activity for 4 years, they're driven, right? And you're around that drive, which is going to help you prepare and move higher yourself. You want to push yourself to take the most rigorous course that you can handle, okay? So if it works 2 ways, right? If you're in 6 AP classes and you're crashing and burning, it could be too many. It's okay to take a few back. But if you're getting straight A's in all your regular classes, and it's as easy as cake to you, let's make that next step and get into an AP, get into a dual enrollment, look towards the Cambridge. And so when you're in these types of programs that have Cambridge or AP or dual enrollment, you want to do what you can to complete those programs when you're possible, all right? Show leadership skills. Colleges want leaders. Now, choosing classes, right? Everyone's going to take 1 English, 1 math, and 1 science. Now, here's where things could differ depending on what level you're at. We call them tracks in a sense. So everyone's going to take either 1 social studies or a reading program. Now, if you're in the normal level 3 or 4 or 5, you'll take geography, honors, or AP, right, for the level 5 students. Level 1s and 2, you'll have a reading class. Now, we have some students who do come in and take fast track Cambridge. That's where you, as a freshman, you're taking Cambridge courses already. If you're in a normal track for Cambridge, you'll be taking pre-Cambridge classes as a freshman. As you can see, our fast track Cambridge students will take ACE psychology. All students will take 7 courses plus 1 personalization period. They call it study hall. So anything that's beyond an English, a math, a social studies, and a science is considered electives. How's our school day look? Students will attend each class every other day, all right? For every school day, you'll have 4 classes. School runs from 7:40 to 2:40, and you'll have a 36-minute lunch. So you see an example down here for day A, which we call our silver days. Everglades colors are silver and black. You would have English, geography, then your lunch period, a social media course, and then study hall or personalization. On the black day, the B day, this child has PE, Algebra 1, Spanish 1, then lunch, and then reading. As you notice, the lunches could be a little different time-wise. We have 2 lunches. It all depends on your third block of the day. Can you go back one, T? Thank you. Let's briefly discuss Cambridge. It's a rigorous international diploma program. You must apply for this program. In 9th grade, right, students on the normal track for Cambridge will take their pre-Cambridge coursework. Their actual Cambridge coursework will begin in 10th grade. So in 9th grade, you'll have a pre-Cambridge course, includes a pre-ACE English, a pre-ACE Science. And that's what as we discussed, your fast track students, they will take the ACE Psychology and ACE English General Paper. Now, once you begin your Cambridge program, you have 25 months to pass the 7 exams, leading to the ACE, which is called the Cambridge Diploma. The ACE Diploma, plus your community service hours that you need, guarantees students the top dollar award amount of the Fright Future Scholarship. Another program we have is our sports medicine program. This is another innovating program. Students will need a 3 or higher on the FSA in reading and math. I do know we didn't have any scores last year, so we're going to look a few years prior. This is for students who have an interest in science or in some health-related professions. You can apply for our highly rigorous sports program, medicine program, pardon me. Students, when they complete this program, you'll be certified in EKG technician and personal training. These students will take a challenging course of studying. It includes a double dose of science. You'll have either honors English 1 or a pre-ACE English, honors bio, honors chemistry, or the pre-ACE bio or pre-ACE chemistry, honors anatomy and physiology. Also, if your math, your advanced placement social studies, and your 2 electives of your choice. Project Red, this is our engineering program. Kids like to design and develop things with their hands here. This is designed for a highly academic student with the interest in pursuing a career in engineering. This is a 3-level cohort program. Okay, guys, your focus needs to be really highly towards college prep curriculum. You may apply for this program online. You must have passed Algebra 1 by the end of 8th grade. You will receive certifications in AutoCAD, Mastercam, and SolidWorks. And again, this is a 3-level cohort program. Can you go back one, sir? Thank you. Now, something we've been building here for a couple of years now, and we're very proud how this has grown, is our Fire Academy program. Now, this 3-year program doesn't start till 10th grade. So this is another reason why you want to be focused when you come in as a freshman, when you're building that GPA. You must have a 2.5 honors program. This is a joint venture between Everglades High School and the city of Miramar. So when these students graduating, they are certified as level 1 firefighters and as emergency service technicians. What a great thing to have at 18 years old, getting out to the workforce. You're already there. Level 3 students will perform hands-on training at the Fire Academy. And something we're excited we have here, and a partnership we have, is your instructors are City of Miramar firefighters. It's not just teachers who have gone through the manuals and training, they're actual firefighters. So with them seeing the work ethic you have in class and your abilities, they're the ones that be able to speak that mind to others out there when you're applying for jobs. Something to remember as you're going through high school, go back one more please again, sir, is building relationships and positive ones. So very important. I do know as a young man myself growing up, without the relationships I've built through my support, my teachers, my mentors, my coaches, I wouldn't be here today. So please make sure when you're coming to high school and you're going through these challenges, speak to your teachers, your school counselors, security specialists, custodials, whoever you can to help you, assist you get through the challenges of a high school day and high school life. Our FBI Youth Academy is also a nice innovative program that's been growing and developing. It's a 3-year program that starts also in 10th grade. This GPA is a little bit higher, a 3.0 to enter, so make sure you're staying focused on your studies as a freshman, right? We want to look at individual communities through law enforcement related and awareness programs. Students they really enjoy this class. They have great times learning to identify crimes, analyze them, synthesize them, develop proactive initiatives to help out the communities. I do know our instructor, Mr. Klasner, he has FBI agents come in and speak to the class, DEA agents. We've had agents come in and describe what's happening in their daily days. They've brought in artifacts from their stuff. So it's been really neat. As Mr. T alerted to earlier, one of our new programs we're excited about building is our PreLaw. This is a new program just for your cohort, all right, the class of 2025. So if you're interested in this program, you'll start with being enrolled in debate 1. If you had debate in middle school, you'll start in debate 2. All right, this is a higher level debate course than one you'll be getting into from the middle school to the high school. So you guys are going to be our babies working this thing from the ground up, hoping to build this thing and continue our tradition of having strong, rigorous, innovative programs that have seen great success as our students graduate from Everglades High School and go out into the workforce and into college. So we're really excited to have our baby Gators kick this program off for the class of 2025. You may ask yourself, Mr. Hoffman, how do I get in these programs? I'll tell you. There's applications that must be filled out for all of our great programs, right? With the Cambridge, the sports medicine, the Project Red, our PreLaw, Fire Academy, and FBI. As you can see, when there's certain timeframes, you must join these programs. Those are some things we need to think about and decide in the next week or so. If you already decided, that's great, but think about which one you want to join and how you can get to the top goal you're looking for. Now, the window is now open for the application. You must identify 2 teachers' recommendations. We do provide the recommendation form, okay? And we'll help send that out to the teachers you let us know. Mr. T is over this. I see him. I think he wants to say some things. He's coming on. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I just wanted to let everybody know that our programs are what make Everglades High School unique. Every school is going to give you the math, science, and social studies that you need. Every student at Everglades High School starting next year will be in a college or career track that is designed specifically to help them become more involved in their future and planning. Our belief here is that every student needs an individualized learning environment, something that is designed for them in order to get them excited about coming to school. These programs Mr. Hoffman spoke about are specifically for students, each of them designed to work with their interests, their likes, their desires, their future career paths. We all here at the administration, the school counseling team, the teachers firmly believe that our students are some of the most capable individuals in the entire world. State of Florida, Miramar aside, we're talking about the entire world. We consistently have National Merit Scholarship winners. We consistently have Bright Future Scholarship top earners. We have top scorers in Cambridge, not only in the state of Florida, but again, the world. So we consistently and constantly push our students through these programs. And we are all firm believers that every single one of our students has the capability to succeed far beyond these high school walls. So if any of these programs interest you, we absolutely would like you to apply for the programs and continue to push academically to make sure that you are getting the most out of this high school experience. Thank you, Mr. Hoffman. I'll turn it back over to you now.
Thank you, sir. And as Mr. T mentioned, I mean, just some of the great accolades we have coming out of here. Every year we have multiple students, that are getting into Ivy League schools, Patriot League schools. So we're very proud of the success that we have from our students, our families, and especially our teachers that continue to push and drive our Everglades community for success. On our website, you can find this information where you would go to apply. evergladeshs.org. On our homepage, on the middle section there in the news, you'll see this little cutout here. It says 2021-22 Innovative Programs Application. And it's also always going to be permanently now on the right-hand side of that homepage of the website as well.
Hi, my name is Lisa Alonso. I'm the athletic director here at Everglades.
Sorry, I want to introduce Coach Alonso. This is our athletic director, and she's also assists with activities. Just like Mrs. Thompson, she's also very busy out there. We are proud to announce we do have a regional soccer game here right now. We are district champs this year. So it's nice to have not just success in the classroom, but out of the classroom. I'll bring her back, I'm sorry.
Hi, my name is Lisa Alonso. I'm the athletic director here at Everglades High School, and I would like to welcome you to our Gator family. We have over 15 varsity and junior varsity sports that you can participate in, as well as over 50 clubs and activities that you can also participate in. If you would like any information, please visit our school website under athletics, and I hope you enjoy your evening tonight.
Thank you, Coach Alonso. And besides just the wonderful athletics we do have over 50 clubs and extracurricular activities. Unfortunately, with what's going on around our world right now, these all aren't full go, but we do have numerous clubs that are still meeting after school online. And I think that's such an important piece to being a student. It's not just the A's and B's, it's the whole child, right? You want to make sure you're well-rounded. You want to make sure you have a chance to meet new friends with interests like yours, or maybe you develop a new interest you never knew you had. This will also build your resume, and it will keep you sane. If you're taking 4 AP classes and 2 ACE classes, which are college level classes, you're going to be very busy. So you want to give yourself a chance for a little mental break and a little fun. Paperwork is required for anyone who wants to participate in sports. It is paperless. This information can also be found on our website. Just go to athletics, it's a little drop down, and you'll see where you need to go. And just from all information, our website's a great resource for assistance. Mr. Henry does an amazing job of keeping our website current and updated. You can find all our program applications there. The course selection form is there. School counselors, there's a Canvas page there. Right, everything you need is there. All students that are new to Everglades High School need to fill out a new registration form with the 2 proofs of address. We have a little video coming up that shows some of the highlights of things we've been discussing here today about Everglades High School and the wonderful things we have. After this video, we're going to have our department heads from each department have a brief little introduction about their departments and what great things they have to offer your children here at Everglades High School.
spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you. That'll make me happy. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do together. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do together. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do. We'll find a tinker and hire a tailor, soldier and salute a sailor. No, I'm no rich man, but neither a poor man. But I'll be a beggar man if you're my thief. I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you. That'll make me happy. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do together. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do together. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do together. All the little things that mean you could do, all the little things that mean you could do. Oh, 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 oh.
That was very nice. That was put together by one of our amazing teachers, Miss Perez. I want to thank her for that. And I tell you what, watching that makes you miss the kids. You don't really see that yet. So hopefully next year we can get back to that. That was great to see. So Mr. T, I believe we're up to the department head, sir.
Yes, sir. We again want to thank our department heads for joining us tonight. We have our wonderful academic leaders who are going to spend a little time discussing each of their wonderful programs. We're going to start with our English department head, Dr. Cash. Dr. Cash?
Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be with you tonight. Like Mr. Hoffman said, watching that video made me miss having students in my classroom. So very happy to see that and looking forward to having students back. I would like to say that English language arts may be your students' least favorite class, but it is one of the most important classes your students will participate in. Number one, it helps with their critical thinking and broadening their worldview, thinking about literature, thinking about informational texts, and improving their writing. That's what we do. We have our core courses, which is English 1 through 4. We have our advanced class, English honors, also going through 1 through 4. We have, for the 11th graders honor class, they take English general paper, and we offer AP Lang and AP Lit, as well as English. ENC 1101 and 1102 is a dual enrollment course. Our Cambridge Academy, we have our fast track students starting out in 9th grade in English general paper, and the regular students in English general paper in 10th grade. That's a wonderful course. I teach it, so obviously I think it's wonderful. But it really works with the students' understanding of what life is, how to think about themselves in their current situation, and how they're going to fit into the world once they've graduated. We also have creative writing 1 through 4 for our students who love to write, and we have some incredibly talented students who have won at the district level in our literary fair every year. And we also have an exciting debate program that is also very competitive and wins a lot of awards. Mr. Alfred is in charge of that, and he is building a superb program. And your kids are going to have a great time here at Everglades, and they're going to learn a lot. Thank you. Now.
Thank you, Dr. Cash. Next, we have Mr. Hero, our department head for the World Language Department. Mr. Hero.
Good evening and welcome, parents. I'm so happy to be here and proud to be a Gator since Everglades started, since its inception. I am the World Language Chair, and you know the importance of learning a new language in this 21st century. It's one of the most important and necessary skills to be a global citizen. And in here at Everglades, we have the best World Language Department, and I am proud to, Mr. T, you want to move the slide. I am proud to present. So I already told you about the importance of learning languages and learning new language skills. As Mr. T moves on, I try to show you the different countries that we covered in all our curriculum. Since we cover all countries in South America and Central America and Spain. We offer here at Everglades French, all levels 1 through 4. We offer AP last year, and hopefully we'll get it again in next year. Spanish, we have all levels. Level 3 and above are honors, and your students will get honors credit, and will help them to be bilingual. Spanish for Spanish speakers, we have 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, which 3 is honors, and most of the students from level 3 and above take our AP Spanish courses, Spanish language, AP and culture, and AP Spanish literature, which gives your students the opportunity to take these courses and get college credits, which saves you money, and the students start with already credits in advance for the university. We have 6 teachers in our department. Madame Apollon, she teaches French, all levels 1 through 4 right now, but she has also taught AP always. Miss Blanco, Spanish 2. She teaches also Spanish speakers 3, and she's been teaching AP Spanish language for like 15 years now. We also have Dr. Martinez. She comes all the way from Dominican Republic, and she teaches level 3 Spanish honors. She has like 4 classes of level 3 Spanish honors and Spanish speakers 1 and 2. We have Mr. Rodriguez teaching level 1 and level 2 Spanish. Miss Bell also teaches level 1 and level 2 Spanish. Myself, I've been teaching Spanish all levels, but for the past years at Everglades, I teach level 4 and 5, which are honor courses, and we prepare the students for the AP Spanish language and AP Spanish literature course, which again, is a great course where the kids learn and get engaged into all cultural diversity. We also have our students, thanks to Broward County Schools in 2017, they came up with the gold and silver seal by literacy, which is awarded to every student that takes languages 3 years and above, and once they reach competency and achieve the level of proficiency in listening, speaking, and writing in 1 or more languages in addition to English, every senior will receive, if they take all those courses and get up to the AP, they receive a gold or a silver seal on a standard high school diploma. And thanks to Broward County School, and that acknowledges the importance of the second language skills and how important they are in the 21st century workplace. Yes. Mr. T, you can move it. So again, I told you about the CLO by literacy. It started in 2017, and in 2018 and 2019 at Everglades, we had many students receiving silver award and gold award in their diploma, which makes them get more opportunities for the workforce since the students are bilingual in more than 2 languages. And our aim here at Everglades is to get 70, 80, 90% of students being proficient in more than 1 language. You can move it, Mr. T. So there you have our numbers, and I don't know if Mr. T is going to put this presentation, but you have the CLO by literacy program, which I already explained to you. I'm sure he's going to put it at the school page. Of course, we have had 100% passing rate. I put there 5 years, but we are proud to say at Everglades that our students are the best, and they always score 4 and 5 at AP, Spanish language and Spanish literature, and also in the past in French. And it's been more than 5 years. I think 90% of the time we get all 100% passing rate. I'm going to tell you now, our students have the opportunity to compete in the World Language Academic Competition, which they can show their talent and their proficiency skills in declamation, in talent, in singing, in dances, impromptu, which they do like little debates, etc. And that's a great opportunity for them to be recognized, their proficiency in the language. And they receive different medals. This year, we are doing a virtual academic competition. So like Mr. Hoffman says, we're still motivating our kids and getting there. And even though we're going to do a competition on Teams, the kids are still working hard, and we're going to do it. And the theme is all languages connected virtually for success. So again, hopefully we'll celebrate even on Teams, and we'll still have medals. And one of the courses that I teach, and I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, is Latinos in Action, which I'm very, very proud that Everglades got into this, to offer this program like 5 or 6 years ago. And it is a course where I am very proud of, and it's called, we call it La Familia. The end goal of the course is an elective course from 9th grade to 12th grade, and is to empower the youth to lead and strengthen their communities through college and career readiness. So we accomplish this in the classroom by focusing on 4 pillars: leveraging personal and cultural assets, excelling in education, and serving the community and developing leadership skills. Our students go to the elementary school, they tutor, and they have so many opportunities to collaborate and be team players that we're very, very proud of our LIA. And I have to say that this past 2020, we had a first graduating class of LIA for 4 years. They received medals, and they have a lot for their resume because it is a leadership class. So I'm hoping and proud to meet all your children and to have them all in our language classes so they can have fun, appreciate diversity, learn about other cultures, and in the meantime, learn another language. Looking forward to having them in world language and in Latinos in Action, a leadership class to make your students the best leaders of tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you, Mr. Tejero. We really appreciate all your hard work with our students. Next, we'd like to go to Mr. Dominguez, who is the mathematics department head. Mr. Dominguez.
Good evening. I'm Alberto Dominguez. I'm a math department co-chair. And as Mr. T and Mr. Hoffman mentioned, we have a broad range of courses in the math department. We have the standard sequence, starting with Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2. Depending on the level of students, a lot of students have taken Algebra 1 and or Geometry in middle school. So some students come in Algebra 1, some students come in Geometry, some students come in Algebra 2. Handful of students each year come in at Pre-Calculus. So our standard track is after algebra, geometry, algebra 2, pre-calculus, going into AP Calculus AB, AP Calculus BC. We are very proud of our pass rate. I hate that I am following Ms. Tejero because I only get to boast of a Calculus BC pass rate of 90%. And after Ms. Tejero has thrown 100% out there, it doesn't look very impressive, but it is actually the second highest pass rate in Broward County, and it is well above the Florida average, the US average, and the global average for AP scores. So it's a number that we're quite proud of. Every year we do shoot for 100%. I am the Calculus BC teacher. There is a poster in my room that goes up for fourth quarter that says target 100%. So that is definitely our aspirational goal, but we haven't quite made it. The goal is, again, this year we're shooting for 100% again. Maybe I can brag with Ms. Tejero about my 100% next year. In addition to what I'd call the standard sequence, we have AP statistics, we have an honor statistics course, we have math for college readiness for students who are at the pre-calculus level but not ready for a completely rigorous pre-calculus class to start exposing them to pre-calculus topics. We have advanced topics, which is the same thing. It's a pre-calculus level course. We do financial algebra. And for our students who have exhausted everything else, every year we do have a handful of students who take Calculus BC as juniors. And a lot of them will go on with University of Florida dual enrollment and take courses like differential equations, multivariable calculus, linear algebra. So they definitely will not exhaust their math possibilities in our department. And there's two programs that I do want to take a minute to mention. One is our math competition program. We leverage off of students who have done the American Mathematical Competition at the 8th grade level, so AMC 8, and we work with them to take AMC 10 as freshmen and sophomores, and then to do AMC 12 as juniors and seniors. That is the first step in the Math Olympics, followed by the American Invitational Mathematics exam. We usually will have one or two students who score high enough on the AMC to sit for the American Invitational. We just took the AMC earlier this month. We're waiting for scores. I am highly hopeful that we're going to have three qualifiers this year. So we're very excited. It'll be a good group if we can get 3 of them from AMC up to the next level. And who knows, we may actually manage a junior Olympiad math student this year. We'll see how that goes. The second program that I wanted to mention is our modeling team, which is probably one of the most advanced courses that we teach. If it were a dual enrollment course, it would be a 3,000 level math course. It has calculus and computer science as prerequisites, and it varies year to year. The competitions that they enter, there's 3 competitions that they enter. One is the high school mathematical modeling competition, sponsored by COMAP, which is a computer modeling professional organization. The second one is the Modeling the Future Challenge, which is sponsored by the Actuarial Foundation. And the third one is the MathWorks Math Modeling Competition. It's called the M3C, and it's sponsored by MathWorks that creates the MATLAB numerical computing software. And depending on student interest, we've taught it in the past where it's had a statistics focus. This year, our students are very hardcore coders, so this year it has very much a computer science focus. We've had years where it has a mathematical modeling, calculus, differential equation kind of flavor. Pretty much the students get to design their own course based on their strengths and their interests. And this year we had quite a success. Normally we have 2 teams. We have a team of juniors and a team of seniors. This year, for obvious reasons, we've had recruiting issues. We're just running our senior team, and they are one of 78 semifinalists representing 52 schools. They are the only school in Florida that became a semifinalist in the Modeling the Future competition. And really impressive, they were one of 6 special mentions that were actually discussed by the president of the Society of Actuaries when he was handing out the prizes. So one of the 6 best papers presented in this year's competition. So they are currently working on the semifinal round If they get past the semifinal round, they will actually be invited to Chicago. Probably it will be virtually this year, to present their paper to the board of directors of the Society of Actuaries. So very exciting program. Mr. T, anything else I should bring up?
No, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Dominguez.
Okay.
Really
All right,
appreciate it.
so if you have any questions, please just reach out to me.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dominguez. As he said, he has one of the most successful AP Calculus programs, and also our math team is known across the nation. Next, I want to bring in another one of our innovating teachers from our CTE department, Mr. Heitzenreiter. Mr. Heitzenreiter?
Hi, I'm David Heitzenreiter. Everybody in the building knows me as Mr. H. The only time you need to know the rest of my name is if you want to send me an email. I want to just say I've been with Everglades since I walked the gravel and dreamed of the building. Whether that's 18, we can't really figure out how many years that is, but we were in the portables and all of that stuff. But I want to tell you that the people before that have spoken before and those that will speak after me are not just department heads. They are some of the finest, most dedicated teachers that you'll ever meet. So I would encourage you to make that one of your priorities. I am the department head for career and technical department. You've already heard about firefighting. You've already heard about the sports medicine program. They're both career and tech programs. All of the programs that are in my department have the opportunity to earn one or more industry certifications. I asked each of my department people, teachers, to say in their own words what they'd like to say about their program. And I'll do my best to make it look like I'm not reading. Multimedia Foundations is Renee Mighton, also known as Web Design 1 through 4. These courses cover the competencies in authoring software for web page design, design layout software, illustration software, and photo editing software using the Adobe Suite. Sharon Favada is our health science program teacher, and health science is designed to prepare the students for employment in the healthcare field. The program consists of 3 courses: health science, anatomy, health science foundations, and allied health assisting. Students in the health sciences classes will participate in lecture, will perform skills in a lab setting, and observe healthcare professionals in a clinical setting in a hospital or nursing home environment under the direct supervision of a duly licensed certified healthcare professional. Chris Bayes is our business and entrepreneurship program teacher. It introduces the students to basic business concepts, entrepreneurship, the skills required to be successful in the business world or as a business owner. Topics such as business ownership, marketing, sales, management, and ethics are explored. Students learn technical proficiency in Microsoft products, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Dave Meyer teaches one of our communications technology programs. He's been around almost as long as me. The purpose of this program is to provide students with a foundation of knowledge and technically oriented experiences in the study of communications technology. This program focuses on transferable skills and stresses understanding and demonstration of technological tools, machines, instruments, materials, processes, systems in the business industry. Communications technology represents the current and expanding digital technology. We have a full-scale print shop at Everglades, and many of the things, including late and tardy passes, are produced in that classroom. Almost everything printed goes right there. Jasmine Perez is the other teacher for Comtech Photography and Video. Jasmine is the person who at the last moment today put together a beautiful presentation that you got to see. That's the kind of thing that you learn in that class. It includes creative problem-solving processes, procedures of pre- and post-production, software used to edit and create final products. Students in these courses will acquire industry certifications and prepare them for careers in media production. The last class is my class, it's engineering and computer automated manufacturing. Just to toot my horn just a little bit, there is no finer engineering lab or no finer equipped engineering lab in South Florida. We've worked very, very hard to make this absolutely state of the art, and it is. We follow the design process as follows: research, brainstorm, sketch, precision draft, build, test, evaluate, and if there's time, start all over again. We build bridges and cranes, we design, machine, and laser parts, and along the way, we find time to experience vinyl sign cutting, injection molding, and dye sublimation so that mom gets a good present for Christmas. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. H. Something Mr. H wanted to make sure you all knew is our wonderful facilities are all self-supported and self-sustained through the department. They do such a wonderful job every year. So I wanted to make sure that
100 industry certs, well over 100 industry certifications at Everglades every single year, and that's why we're so well equipped.
Yes, sir. Okay, next I'd like to introduce Ms. Catalina Brazil, our science department head. Ms. Brazil.
Thank you, Mr. T. I am the, I'm very, first of all, I'm very proud to be at Everglades for, almost 10 years. I started the same year as Ms. Darbar, and I can reassure you that this is an excellent school, and you're gonna find that we are like a family. There are, good, amazing experience that your children are gonna have in our school, and, you were just very excited to welcome more ninth graders and future students to our school. So I am the science department head, and we have 12 very much experienced teachers that will be teaching all different kind of science classes for your children. Okay, most of our classes are lab-based, hands-on, that are going to just make sure that our students are prepared to, just encounter all of the science skills that are needed for their future. So as Mr. Hoffman mentioned, there are 3 science credits that are required for graduation. One of them being mandatory, it's biology, because it has an end of course exam that is required by the state. So every single student in our campus has to take biology in order to graduate. We offer a variety of courses depending on the track of each one of the students. We have regular courses that include environmental science, biology, chemistry, and marine science. We offer honor versions of many of the courses. We have biology honors, pre-A's, chemistry honors, physics, and human anatomy and physiology. And if they are in the Cambridge program, we offer 3 science Cambridge courses: ACE Environmental, ACE Physics, and ACE Marine Science. We also offer the advanced placement courses: AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Physics, and AP Computer Science. So those are the higher rigorous courses that some of the students might want to take. Mr. T, the next slide. So I think that the biggest question that we get from upcoming freshmen is, what science course is the one that I have to take the next year? And the science progression just really depends on the student and their track, and what we think, what we recommend, it will be better for them in terms of progress, and in order for them to achieve at the higher level, and also just on understanding that science is the type of class that it will integrate reading, math, and incorporates every single aspect, including creativity. So there are 2 traditional tracks. The regular track will start with, in 9th grade, environmental science. Then in 10th grade, they will take the mandatory biology, regular, okay, science, which is the one that has the EOC, having already 1 year of preparation in 9th grade, okay, they're gonna be better prepared for biology in 10th grade. And then finally, in their third science credit, we like the students to take the traditional chemistry route. So we encourage them to take chemistry regular, but they also have additional choices. And at this point, you know, they can choose to take marine science or any other courses that they will prefer, okay? The other track will be another one that is very popular in our school, and that is students that will want to follow an honors track that starts with biology honors or pre-ACE biology in 9th grade. Then they go to 10th grade and they take chemistry honors. And then some of them, okay, even though it doesn't show it on this slide, they might choose to start taking double science courses already in 10th grade if they feel that they are prepared. But if they are not, then they will just start taking multiple science courses on the 11th grade and 12th grade, okay? So they'll take biology honors, then chemistry, and then we recommend 11th grade taking physics as a traditional route for science. So by the time that they graduate, they have a complete set of knowledge in terms of science and different skills that are needed that are not just oriented. And, you know, our teachers always enforce that our science courses are not just for the content of biology, chemistry, and physics. Much of the skills that we teach allow them to work in any, you know, any career. You know, we enforce, you know, practices such as description, explanation, identifying, citing, providing evidence, which is very important in the world that we are in right now. There is another track, which is usually a question that I get from some of the parents, and that is an accelerated track when some of the students have already taken biology in middle school. And if they have, those students will be encouraged to take chemistry honors in 9th grade. And that, you know, that's gonna be more challenging for the students because they're gonna, you know, move everything forward younger years. But if they are ready for it, then they can start with chemistry honors in 9th grade, and then they move up. Now, what you see later on is that students, once they're done with biology and chemistry, they have choices, and they can take either one or multiple courses. I've had students, I teach AP biology, and I had students that they are taking AP biology, AP physics, you know, anatomy and physiology, and ACE environmental, all in tandem, all at the same time. Okay, so it really just depends on what they are, what they want. Okay, so that's the freedom of high school compared to, you know, in middle school and elementary, they have more freedom to choose later on, as long as they, you know, have their 3 science credits and they take biology. All right, and the last thing that I wanted to share with you are the different competitions and organizations that we have in our department. We know that in order to prepare our students for the real world, regardless if they're going on a college track or a career track, they have to be well-rounded, and it's not only what happens inside of a classroom that's going to affect their growth. So we have different societies, such as the Science National Honor Society, the National Green Society, a school society, that are more towards the community service, outreach. We do roadshows in elementary schools. We do beach cleanups. We also have internal competitions for the students to compete with one another in, you know, overall all of the fields in science. So that it's going to stimulate their science education and their eagerness to just share with the world all the wonderful things that they can do. We also have other programs. We have the Science Olympiad. This is a competition that we have been part of for a few years already, and our students have performed very well. We do the regionals at University of Miami, and you know, the image that you see at the top is 2 of the groups that we send. They're actually winning these competitions. All of the students that you see in there that have a medal is because in their individual competitions, they won first place, second place, or third place. So it's always impressive what our students can do. So this is an opportunity for them to be able to grow. In terms of VEX Robotics, SECME, 4-H STEM, these are all hands-on, lab-based. These are students that are, and I tell you because I see this after school on a regular basis. These are students that always begged us to stay after school 1 or 2 hours to work on their little robots and little programs. They do have competitions, and they have performed, at the higher levels. This year, all of the clubs and all of the, the groups have been meeting on a regular basis, but unfortunately, they're not as encouraged because most of the things that they do normally are hands-on. So there are alternatives. We do have simulations, demonstrations, online versions of what they could have been doing in the school. And like some of the other teachers put reference on, we do want to, just make sure that we encourage them this year, even though things are different. But we are very hopeful for the following year with, all of these competitions and all of our clubs to be able to, get more students to join. That's it, Mr. T. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brazil. I should have opened your introduction with our current teacher of the year, Ms. Brazil, but I forgot, so I apologize. I would now like to send it to our wonderful physical education department head and our award-winning swim coach, Mr. Benudez. Coach Benudez?
I don't know about all that, Mr. T, but thank you for the gratitude there. Much love to everybody. Welcome, Everglades parents. Thank you for your time as well in this late evening. My name is Coach Benudez. I've been a physical education teacher in Broward County now for 21 years. Was at Perry Middle School for 5 years and currently at Everglades High School now for 16 years. So I'm one of the veterans, as long as Mr. Heitzerader and my former colleagues that were speaking earlier, we all, a bunch of us go back a long way, and we're very family oriented, and and this school is very family oriented, and it's a great place to be. I mean, that's why I'm there 16 years and running. It's no secret. So your kids are going to be in good hands there. They're going to be safe. We're going to look out for them. We're going to treat them like our own children, okay? And we're going to do our best to make sure that they're successful, and we teach them, the right aspects of life and the right way to do things. And especially in my program in physical education, we are very big on that. We talk about, lifting the kids' self-esteem, the self-motivation in themselves, just the importance of living a physical, active lifestyle. Obviously, the importance, especially now with this remote learning, and we've been thrown, an alternative here, and it is obviously a lot different for us where they're not physically with us, but we've designed something for the kids to be doing something at home where they can remain active and hopefully continue that active lifestyle, which is so important. So just real quick in regards to our program, some of the classes that we offer in our program. It is myself and another teacher by the name of Coach McFadden. Okay, he's former college football athlete, played at the University of Louisville, been teaching a long time as well, been at Everglades over 10 years plus. So the two of us, we're together, we're family, we look out for your kids. Like I said, we'll do everything we can to make sure safety is the most important thing first, that they're most safe in our environment. But obviously, the most important thing also is for your kids to have fun. Okay, it's a program where they're going to come and and release a little bit, release some of that energy, and come down there and see why it's important to be physically fit. And we'll guide them, and we'll talk to them, and we'll motivate them, and we'll make sure that your kids are active and they get their exercise time in. And like I said, we just keep stressing the importance of remaining a physical, active life. Coach McFadden, he's teaching more of the basketball-oriented classes we have, where it's basically, a class designed for basketball, so the kids can sign up if they love basketball. They can actually sign up for basketball classes. They can sign up for volleyball classes. So if your child loves volleyball, we offer just specific volleyball classes for that as well. We also offer classes that are more designed for team sports, meaning they get a little taste in a variety of multiple sports, meaning they get to go outside and play soccer. They get to play basketball. They get to utilize the track. They get to play tennis outside. They can use the softball field, baseball fields. We have a lot of, outdoor facilities. So those classes are a little bit of everything. And Coach McFadden does a great job teaching the kids, the fundamentals of the sport. If the kids don't have it by the time they've reached us in 9th grade, all the way up until 12th, and we do our best to be patient and teach the kids the fundamentals and the origin of the game, and just teach them, the right way to play the game. And then my classes are mostly weight training classes. So if your child loves to lift weights and exercise and, is into physical active lifestyle, okay, weight training is a great class as well. And I'm not just saying that because it's my class, but it's a great facility that we have. I mean, if you guys get the opportunity one day to actually physically see our weight room, you'll be amazed of what access these students have. Your child will have to a weight room in the facility that we have. And they will be safe. I'm in there 100% of the time. Supervision is a must. I have zero tolerance for horseplay or anything like that when it comes to being around, heavy equipment and stuff like that with the weights involved. And, you'll have nothing to worry about is that. And I will teach them everything as far as the, through demonstration of proper techniques of weight training and, what muscle groups and what machines and what activities and what exercises they can do in the weight room for each individual muscle group for them to develop. And just, like I said, lift their spirits up, lift their self-esteem up, and just work on the fundamentals of life, and that, they're in good hands, I assure you. Okay. And our classes are fun. We have a lot of fun down there. We just ask that your kids eventually will dress into a PE uniform. Basically, that's all they're going to be required to have if we finally get to the point where we're physically, allowed back into the classes. And they just have to consist of a pair of shorts, the school colors, a pair of black shorts or sweatpants, and a gray, white, or black T-shirt. That's what they use for class. They have individual lockers. They have a locker room facility. They can utilize all that good stuff where they can lock their stuff up, change, go back into their school clothes. They have 90 minutes, obviously, in our class, so ample amount of time for them to be, physically fit in that time. And we'll push them and we'll motivate them and get them active as best as we can. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you. And we look forward to having your kids here at Everglades High School. And like I said, it's a great place to be. I wouldn't be there 16 years if it wasn't. So much love to all of you and have a good night. Thank you, Mr. T.
Thank you, Coach Benitez. I really appreciate that. The next, we have our Social Studies Department head, Mr. Egner. Mr. Egner.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Egner. This is my 9th year at Everglades, and I can honestly tell you each and every year I see that I love it more and more. I've really grown attached to the school, and I am very impressed with all the sort of different programs that we continuously keep adding. And that's one thing. I'm sure you've been impressed with all the stuff that you've learned today, but I can promise you that we will continue to improve and continue to get even better. Because that's been the trend for the almost the decade that I've been here. As Mr. T said, I am the social studies department head. Besides myself, there are 12 other social studies teachers, and I can tell you right off the bat that they are some of the most dedicated, knowledgeable, and all-around engaging teachers that your child will ever have. And it certainly is an honor to represent them here tonight. To go over the required courses that your child will need to take in the social studies department. 10th grade, they'll have to take world history. In 11th grade, they'll be taking U.S. history, and there is an EOC, end of course exam for the U.S. history course. And then in 12th grade, they are going to take a semester of government, U.S. government, and then a semester of economics and financial literacy. Those are the required courses they must take in order to graduate. However, we do have a number of electives in the social studies department. Many of your children will be taking world geography, particularly as freshmen. We have that in both the regular and honors classes. Mr. T and Mr. Hoffman mentioned the FBI Academy earlier today, and that's run by Mr. Klasner, and it really is an incredible program that Mr. Klasner runs. And the hands-on experience that the students get really is something to behold. It's also not the only program, the only elective that Mr. Klasner runs. He also teaches a history of the Holocaust, which is, I think, a particularly important topic for many students to learn about. We also have African American history taught by Mr. Rump, who does an excellent job with that. Besides the electives, social studies department also has the widest selection of AP courses available. We have AP Human Geography, usually available to some of our younger, like 9th and 10th grade students. AP World History, usually offered for 10th graders. AP US History, which I teach in 11th grade. Then senior year, we have a pretty impressive slate for ambitious students. We have basically 4 semester-long AP courses. AP U.S. Government and Politics, AP Comparative Government and Politics. So they'll kind of switch, one in the fall, one in the spring. And then we have an AP Microeconomics and AP Macroeconomics. A similar setup where they will switch off in the fall and in the spring. That means as a senior, your child, if they're up to the task, could be taking 4 AP tests and earning credits for 4 different AP classes just through the social studies department. AP Psychology is another one of our great AP offerings. Ms. Merlino, our teacher there, she has one of the highest passing rates in Broward County, and it's one of the more popular classes. I believe I think might have the most AP students. I think she does have that, if I'm right. We also offer a number of Cambridge courses. There's ACE International History, which sort of substitutes for ACE World History. ACE US History, which I teach. We have an ACE Psychology and an ACE Sociology for students that are interested in that. ACE Global Perspectives is taught within our department, I believe also in science. And we also have ACE Media Studies, which students who are interested in film and that kind of stuff. That one's rather new. I think this is only our 2nd year with it, and it looks very, very, very fascinating from what I've seen. Anyway, I hope that I've given you kind of the rundown of what to expect, with your classes in the social studies department. I certainly would, advise your students just as, advise you as parents, just as Mr. Hoffman mentioned, to constantly, even when your kid goes off to high school, you got to make sure that you are on top of their grades, on top of their all their extracurriculars, because your guidance is every bit as important, if not more so, as they enter high school. That's all I have, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your child over the next several years. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Edgar. We really appreciate all your leadership in that department and all the great innovative programs that you have. Next, I'd like to have Colonel Spielvogel present on our JROTC. Colonel Spielvogel.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts, uncles, and guardians. Welcome to the Army JROTC program here at Everglades High School. I'm Lieutenant Colonel retired Ken Spielvogel, the Senior Army Officer here at Everglades High School, and I have Chief Porter, CW3, Chief Warrant Officer, the 3rd, Nicholas Porter. He's new to the program. This is his 2nd year. I've been here 9 years. It's a great program. And let me tell you, the mission statement from the United States Army is one thing: to motivate your students or young people to become better citizens. That is our mission statement. I am not here to put your son or your daughter in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, or the new Space Force. Our entire program is based on the foundation that we built with your students with the United States Army core values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Those are the United States Army 7 core values. And we build the foundation of our program, the leadership program that we teach at Everglades High School, on those 7 core values. We have freshman students are LET 1s, Leadership Educational Training Level 1. Everyone has to go through LET 1. You can do it. You can do the program 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It doesn't matter what you want. If you do 2 years, you will pick up additional credits, 4.5 credits, that you won't have to take other classes because you've taken 2 years of Army JROTC. So the LET 1s, you roll over into LET 2, Leadership Educational Training 2. Gets a little bit different. Then LET 3, that's your junior year, and then LET 4 is your senior year. If you do all 4 years of the program, it's fantastic. We love it. We teach you leadership skills. We teach you presentation skills. We teach the students to come out of their comfort zone and be able to go in there and speak in front of an audience. And you should hear how many cadets will say, "Sir, I took the control of this class. I did this presentation over this class. It's really, really great. We have a number of activities that we do. We have an academic team and a leadership team. Academic team, very proud of. We've been there we go to the Catholic University of America for the national tournament. We've been there 3 of the last 5 years. We've placed twice, 15th in the nation, and the one time we placed 12th in the nation. The leadership teams look real good this year. They're looking to have it in June. We'll see if we have herd immunity. Maybe we will get to go up there. The Army sends the team up and myself and one chaperone, and we go up and we spend I would go a couple of days earlier because we spend time at the Pentagon and we spend time touring Washington, D.C. We have a Raider team. It's state champions. They've been Broward County champions last year before everything shut down, and they were also second in the state tournament. We have males and females. That's a physical type program where they make rope bridges and they do obstacle courses, and it's a challenge. But we have a great site here at Everglades High School. We developed the best site in Broward County. The county meet even comes down and they say, gee, Ken, can you run the county meet for us because we don't have the telephone poles for the rope bridges and all the great stuff that you have. So we do that. We have a drill team. Again, the drill team and the Raider team goes to the states just about every year. I haven't missed it in 9 years. We go to the state tournament, Florida State tournament. We're always number 1 and 2 or 3 in Broward County. Then we turn around and go to the state tournament, and that's up in Lake Wales. And I can't remember the other place, but we go up there, we travel up, we compete, come home with trophies. I had a couple of the cadets in the classroom the other day, ironically, and they decided to count the trophies. And they counted 315 trophies in our classroom in room 220. So what we do is we go through the LET level courses. The curriculum the Army has put together is millions of dollars worth of information. We have textbooks that are on PDF files. So when I teach a class online in this platform, what I do is I bring up the curriculum manager, which is the slideshows and the presentation that way, but I also bring up the textbook and I can go back and forth. And so the students are getting a really, really good lesson on that. In the classroom, we have a huge screen. We teach in the classroom. Chief has a portable and he has that huge screen over there. So we teach the curriculum there. Each student has well, you want to call it a remote almost. It's almost like a remote, but it's what do they call them? They call them the clickers. Okay, because everything is on the computer. So if we have a quiz or a test or something, we ask them, they actually have to push their it's like a cell phone, they push it and then they answer it. Okay, so that's really a neat concept there. We also have some STEM. STEM has been brought into the United States Army now. We have a STEM setup, but right now it's surrounded by cafeteria tables because the cafeteria tables had to be stored somewhere. So our room is quite huge. And plus we have no children coming in due to the pandemic. So what we did was we just, it's sitting there. We do physical training every Friday, every other Friday for every other class because it's Silver Day and Black Day. But the students are doing that right now online. It's really good. The cadet leadership steps up and they go through it and everyone has their camera on. So that's pretty neat there too. But we do a lot of color guards for a lot of events, Veterans Day ceremonies, Mission Barbecue, Kaiser University graduations, University of Phoenix graduations, a lot of things of that. So we are embedded in the Chamber of Commerce also because we're the color guard, the official color guard of the Miramar Pembroke Pines Chamber of Commerce. So we do a lot of stuff with the stakeholders in the community. So we're a lot of community involvement and a lot of service learning hours. You can come out of there with the with all the activities that we have. So it's an amazing program. Like I said before, not here. It's not a pipeline putting your son or daughter into the military. We offer that as a career opportunity. That's not what I like to see everyone go post-secondary education. Because in my 9 years down here and 2 years in Philadelphia at the military academy, I've seen more students come out of the program after 4 years and they go right into post-secondary education. But it is a good, valuable program. I think your children would love it. I'd love to see each and every one of you have them come out. It'd be great. Give it a shot, and you'll probably love it, and they'll like it. They learn a lot of great stuff. Thank you very much, Hua.
Thank you, Colonel. We really appreciate it. Again, our nationally recognized ROTC program was a lot for us as a school and as a community. Our final department head this evening is Mr. Eves. Mr. Eves?
There, I'm unmuted. Okay. Hello, I am Mr. Eves. I am in charge of, some people call it the Fine Arts Department, some people call it Humanities, but the subjects in my department are chorus, band, theater, visual art, and guitar. There are 5 of us. We offer courses from the beginning level all the way through honors and AP. So if you're going to take theater or guitar or band or chorus or art, you can start having no skills whatsoever, and you can work your way all the way up into honors level. And then we have AP music theory and we have AP art. So there's everything for everyone at any experience level in between, starting from beginning. In theater, Miss Schuler teaches Acting 1, theater honors, stagecraft. A well-rounded Everglades theater program allows for students to experience participating in theater from both on and off stage. And when we reconvene next year, we will be redeveloping the extracurricular theater program. Miss Schuler does a great job each year. She does a non-musical piece as well as a musical piece as big productions in the spring and then in the fall. Mr. Cox, in charge of studio art. Students experiment with different media and techniques used to create two-dimensional artworks through the development of skills in drawing, painting, printmaking, collage, and design. Students practice, sketch, and manipulate the structural elements of art to improve mark making and the organizational principles of design in composition from observation, research, and imagination. Okay. In band, you can take beginning band, marching band, concert band, world music. Most of those feature doing either football games or public community events, pep rallies, school shows. If you take world music, that's for non-instrument players who still want to learn about music, but maybe don't have the desire to play an instrument. In Miss Schuler's chorus, you learn to read music, you learn singing technique, you can learn with a group or as a soloist, you learn vocal techniques, and you learn musical literacy. You learn teamwork, you learn self-confidence, you'll be doing concerts. Miss Francisco has won awards both at the district, state, and national levels. And right now she's working on doing virtual performances. And just today I saw a video that she made with her students along with the Zach Brown Band and her students along with Jimmy Buffett. And you can check that out online. That's available. In my class, on your student's schedule, it will say guitar. But when they show up, yes, they can learn how to play the guitar. They can also learn how to play the piano. They can learn how to play the ukulele. They can learn how to play the drums. I don't have the drum kit's over there. I'd have to walk over there and turn the camera. But yes, they can learn to play those. Then they also sing. You can learn to sing in my class as well. And we form groups. And within the first 3 weeks of being there, they are on stage with a group of 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 students performing a song for the first time. I'm talking about kids who are complete beginners, never played before in their lives. Within 3 weeks are on stage playing as part of a musical group. So if you want to send your kids to Everglades for the arts, I say do it. I got to give Mrs. Darbar and the administration credit for hiring the best art team I've ever worked with. And I'm not just saying that. We are all not just teaching what we do, we are what we do. I'm still out there a couple of times a week playing, as are the other 2 music teachers. Miss Schuler, the theater teacher, still acts in plays and produces plays outside of school. Mr. Cox has his own art studio and he's always working on projects. We live what we do, and then we also bring that to the students and we care completely about them. So if you're thinking of sending your student to Everglades for music or art, come on, Everglades, this is the place. Don't shop any further. You found your home. Thank you.
Mr. Eves, thank you very much. This is Mr. Hoffman again. I do want to thank all our amazing department heads, our amazing school counseling team. These are our teachers. You guys only met a few of them tonight, but I hope you could really hear as I describe the different programs, courses, classes we have, the caring and love we have for your children. Now, our school is a PASO mindset, we really look at hoping to develop and grow each child's social and emotional aspect as well, besides just the career and academic side of it. All right, this past 2 years in a row now, our entire freshman population comes in, and through their study halls, they're getting some emotional and social support. All right, it's called PASO. So through that, we really look to make sure that we're reaching all our students beyond just the academics, athletics, and extracurricular. Because if a child's not doing okay emotionally, right, or something's going on inside they need to talk to someone with, they're not going to be able to focus on their studies. So as you can see you hear the passion in our teachers, and most of them, all of them, I should say, they have that heart where a student could go to them and talk to them and say something's going on and we can work through it together and we can get them back on track. So I was very excited to have Ms. Darbar allow me to present this to you guys tonight. Ms. Darbar is an amazing principal who has put together a strong institution with amazing programs that most schools don't have. This is why we are the best school in Florida. Your children will be happy here. And we're hoping to see you soon. Again, if you have questions, you go to the website, you could find all our email addresses there. I do know Ms. Thomas and Ms. Finn are having a coffee session for you for new incoming parents. All right, that's on the website, I believe, on their Canvas page for guidance. So you guys have a good night. I know it's been long. Stay healthy and thank you. Bye, y'all.